right, guys, here we go. A few people were asking about a stock update, so we're going to look at the broad markets, the Dow, SP 500, the NASDAQ, maybe even get into the dollar, gold, and silver right quick. But first of all, the Dow, we made a double top here on June 1st. As you can see where the red dashed line is, our near-term resistance zone. And then well before that, we were in this up ascending wedge formation that we dropped out of. A lot of times you'll come back, retest that trend line that you dropped out of to see if it's now resistance or if price can get back into that wedge formation or back over the previous support line. But really, I mean, we came close but didn't hit it. So that shows a little bit of weakness. Then we have the double top here. We're pulling back a little bit. Now, our previous resistance down in this zone, as you can see, right under the blue dash line, is now support, or at least near-term support, as we wicked into it today, hit the 20 and that area, and price was bought up a little bit. Now, normally on Fridays, they like to close, the market's green, have all the retail investors feeling good over the weekend, and then come back to the casino, Monday. So we'll see. Now, the main support line right now, anyway, is this gold line, and we need to hold it. If it drops, of course, we're going to roll down, test this, will be a double bottom then, near-term double bottom. And then we'll see if the third hit breaks or if we come back up, retest, that gold line and then break through. It's either the third or fourth time you hit it that, high percentage of times that's when you break through, okay? So that's the Dow, then the SP 500, kind of the same deal. See this top here, high pivot, look. On the first, boom, tagged it again. 2 days, a little bit of pullback. They are green, but still a pullback. Yet again, this resistance zone here, everything under the blue dash line for several days, couldn't get over it. Then we finally closed over it, coming back, retesting it, as well as the 20. See how it's flattened out? So it's a little bit more support here, but we're getting real close to this short-term, well, long-term really, is going back to November uptrend line that we must hold. Of course, same with the Dow, we break it, we roll down, double bottom here real easy. If that fails, we're definitely coming down to that 200. NASDAQ, most times the fastest, market to run up, and of course the fastest come back down. We hit a double top up here and rode down, and this time up we just hit the low pivot area. See where we already had our red dash lines. I want to clean this up a little bit. So we couldn't even get back up, to the previous highs or high pivot like the other two markets did on June 1st. But here we are, just barely hanging on to the 20, lose it. We come down to gold line. Going back to end of October 2020, and the story. If you lose that, then we're going, trying to even this up, we're going to this double bottom area again, and then at the very least, the 200, and near term, more realistic, we'll go this low pivot area. Let me see if it connects to anything else here. In this vicinity, it might tell you. I'm just going to leave it kind of a price zone here, kind of even it up, from our high pivots over here. Then we broke out. See how we came back, retested it, and then it went on. Now I came back and retested again along with the this uptrend line. So, and then let's look at the dollar. See, it had a great day today. And excuse me, we're even green right now. So the next line, so this is going to be, I'm going to have to make that blue for support, just saying. And then the next resistance level is going to be right in here, this little near term double top, high pivot area. So we'll see. Actually, it might be this low. Well, I want to keep it there. I mean, you could arguably say it could be this low pivot right here. So I'll tell you what, we'll leave it there, see if this works out. If not, this will be definitely the next resistance area. And then let's see how it's going with gold. See the little bear flag that we put up the other day. See how that worked out. Gold dropped right through it, of course, with the help, of a stronger dollar, okay, which is to be expected. Let's see if the 20 will hold. If not, we'll probably come down, retest our down trend line that was, resistance for so long. 1, 2, 3. So on the third hit, it bounced up, came back, retested it, and went on. So I don't know if the dollar keeps getting being strong, then gold will probably lose this little support area here. Of course, we do have this high pivot area here we wicked into several times. It was resistance for a long while. Finally got above it and coming back and testing it. So that's not unheard of. But if we lose it, obviously we're going to be back in this price area. Okay, around that 1840 area. 1840 area. Okay, silver also is getting a little push to the downside. This consolidation zone, it held today, but it's already turning red for the next 20 hours here, because this is kind of a round the clock chart. So let's draw a trend line here. And as you can see, see what I'm saying? Well, I broke that trend line. So that's why these trend lines are important too. So sideways consolidation came through, just sideways through the trend line and down. So that's not good. We could come out and test it. And so it's going to be a little tough getting back up and over this zone. Matter of fact, you can make and that's been a very, very nice price channel. Okay, if you can see, just, and either, between the bars, it's been running very well. Now copper had a bad day too. Golly, I never seen it drop that. Well, it did back here. I was going to say I haven't seen it. When was that? Okay, back in March. It wasn't that long ago. But here we are testing what? This high pivot here, consolidation here. Finally got over it. Look at that, coming right back to the penny on it. Okay, and we've had this up here for a long time, and just expecting, whenever it started coming down. Now, what's going to be a big deal is if this long-term uptrend line going back to March of 2020, over a year ago, see how we've been in an amazing up price channel here. Let's see if this will hold. If not, then, we're going to come down to this little consolidation zone, probably into the 200, I would imagine. But, time will tell. And also, what's important to know is that the copper is supposed to be like a leading indicator one way or the other as far as the economy, because there's so much, copper used everywhere. So if it starts showing weakness and coming down, that could, show cracks in the economy, as if, we don't already know that. Okay. But all right, thanks so much for being members. We will catch you on the charts, and then we'll come back and do our members only Patreon altcoin crypto market.